So Shopify recently rolled out Shopify Email, which is their own email marketing system that is actually in your Shopify store backend. So in today's video, I want to talk more about Shopify Email, the pros and the cons, and if you should switch over or not. So stay tuned. So I've talked a lot on this channel before about the importance of email marketing for your Shopify store. Email marketing is a great way that you can stay connected with people who are potential customers and have expressed interest in your brand or have already previously purchased from you and are more likely to purchase from you again. So making sure that you are staying connected with these people through email is a great way to continually add more sales and revenue for your business. So there are a couple different ways that you can do this. You can use a separate email service provider like MailChimp or Klaviyo, which we've talked about on this channel before, or you can do the new Shopify email system that just recently came out. So I want to talk a little bit about the pros and cons. However, first let's talk about the pricing. So the pricing is pretty competitive, and the first 2,500 emails that you send are always free. And then after that, it is based on how many emails you are sending, and that's what you are getting charged for, and it'll actually end up in your Shopify invoice of how much your charge is for that. However, until October 1st, Shopify email is free. So it's a great time now to try this out for your store and see if it's going to work for you. Okay, so let's start off first with the pros. So the pros of Shopify email is that it's actually already in your backend of your Shopify store. You don't need to log in anywhere else. You can send all your emails through the backend of Shopify, and it's really nice to have everything kind of connected in one place. Especially if you are a solo entrepreneur or you have a small team, it can be a lot to log into all of these different platforms and manage all of your different software to connect with your customers. So this is really nice that it's already built into a system that you're probably logging into multiple times a day anyways to fulfill orders or update products, and you could go ahead and just send emails there. Also, another pro is that, of course, you can see the reporting information there and in your general Shopify reports area as well. So again, it makes it really easy to understand how your emails are performing, what people are interested in, what they're not really clicking on, and it gives you all that information right inside Shopify. So that way, if you said, okay, I want to make a change to a product based off of the response that I got from a recent email campaign, hey, you're already in Shopify and you can go over to your products area then and make those changes. Okay, so let's talk about the cons now. So I do have to preface this and say that it is very new, that it has just recently come out. So I'm anticipating that they're probably going to be adding these things in at some point. So depending on when you are watching this video, they may have already fixed some of these and they already are in the Shopify email area. So make sure you do your research and see if it is maybe recently added in. However, at the time of recording this video, I've found two big cons, and one of them is that segmenting is really just lacking. So segmenting is a great way to make sure you're not sending this huge email blast out to all of your different subscribers about, a new product or promotion. You're sending it to people who you know are going to be the most likely to actually click on the link and purchase from you. So that way you're going to have just an increased conversion rate, both in your email campaigns and in your online store overall. It's really nice to be able to segment this, especially since, the more data that you have about your customer, especially if they purchased from you before, the better you can send them targeted emails moving forward. And currently at this point, Shopify doesn't really have a lot of segmenting options, especially compared to MailChimp, which we've talked about on this channel a lot before for email marketing, or even like Klaviyo, which we've also talked about. Klaviyo has especially so many segmenting options that they have. So you can make sure that, especially when your customer is the most likely to purchase from you, that's when you're emailing them about your new product or existing products that they may not have known about. Segmenting is really key to making sure that you are getting the most qualified traffic to your product page and the most likely to purchase. So I really hope to see Shopify email improve their segmenting in the coming months to year. Also, a huge con for me is that you can't actually at this moment schedule emails. And that's definitely a con because you don't want to have to go in every single day that you're wanting to send an email and set it up there and send it out. It's really nice to be able to batch these things or even think kind of like a couple weeks in advance. So that way you're not sitting there going, okay, I need to send an email today. What should I send it about? You're more focused and you're able to build these emails out in advance and just schedule them, and that way you don't have to worry about them. I'm sure that they'll probably be adding in scheduling because this is kind of a core email functionality. However, they don't have this in yet, so I hope that they add it in soon. So overall, what's my feedback on if you should do Shopify email or if you should do another email service provider? Currently at this state, I would say to do another email service provider like MailChimp or Klaviyo, just based off the segmenting alone. That's really a key thing for me, and I really want to stress how important it is to make sure that you are sending the right emails to the right people to make sure that they're actually going to convert. However, if you're just getting started in email marketing, you don't have a big list, or maybe you just launched your Shopify store, having Shopify email, especially being free through October 1st, is a great way to kind of get your toes wet a little bit with email marketing and to just start sending some emails so that you can start building that list and get used to connecting with your customers in that sense. So if you are new to Shopify or new to building an email list and doing email marketing, I would recommend Shopify email then, because it's just a great way to get started and make sure that you are doing something as important as email marketing, but maybe it won't seem as overwhelming as integrating another third-party email service provider in. So I would love to know, have you checked out Shopify email for your Shopify store? Make sure to comment below. I would love to hear what your experience is, or are you sticking with your other email service provider that you use now? And if so, what is it? I would love to know what your favorite email provider is. So make sure to comment below and let us know. And if you want more tips about email marketing and how to use it to grow your store, make sure to check out our playlist over here, all about our top email marketing strategies for your Shopify store. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.